Hey Foxies, my name is Simon Fox. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you're returning, welcome back. Like always, this is never about subscribers nor about money, but about love and light. So with that being said, we're going to be getting into this face tutorial. Today's category is face. We're doing everything face, full in-depth video on face. We're actually going to be doing a method that went viral on TikTok. Yeah, basically I think I'm going to call this video doing the makeup hack that went viral on TikTok. We'll see then. But yeah, you guys, this hack has helped me so much. It makes my skin look so soft, and I'm honestly so pleased with how it comes out, because before I used to have a lot of trouble and a lot of issues keeping makeup on my nose. I usually get oily like in the T-zone area, which is not cute. It's not flattering for me. But yeah, it makes my makeup break up really weird in my nose area. So today I'm going to be showing y'all how to achieve this full flawless face with contour, primer, moisturizer, all that good stuff. Yeah, let's jump right into the video. So for the first step, wash your face, you guys, like day and night. I'm all about skin routines, so make sure to have a skin routine. That is the best way for you to get the flawless face that you want, because that's where it starts off on your skincare. So here I'm using the CeraVe Renewing Essay Cleanser, and this is for normal skin. I have pretty normal to combo skin, but yeah, this has helped me so much. And yeah, so just make sure to wash your face and then come back and we'll move on to the next step. Alright you guys, so now we're going to get into toner. Y'all can use any toner you want. I use the Dixon's Original Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting Toner, and I honestly love this toner so much. I've been using it for a while now, and I feel like it does my skin pretty good, especially because I have a lot of redness on my nose and it's not cute, at least for me. I don't like it. But yeah, so I'm just grabbing a cotton pad and just gonna be using that to tone my face. And this is just gonna tone out all your impurities, and it's gonna cleanse your pores, and it's going to basically take away that redness if you have redness in your face like I do, and also gonna help with dark spots. So I've been obsessed with skincare for the longest, just because that's kind of where my makeup journey started off, was with skincare, just because I went straight to wearing makeup without knowing about skincare, and I messed up my face, and then I got into skincare, and it honestly helped so much. It made me realize that that's where makeup starts. If you're going to do makeup, make sure to have a skin routine. Make sure to clean your face and wash it every night. Don't ever sleep with makeup on. I can't stress that enough. That's probably one of the biggest ones. Don't sleep with makeup on. Alright, so now moving on to moisturizer. I use the Cetaphil moisturizer, and I honestly love this one so much. Y'all can use any moisturizer that y'all want. It's all up to preference. I'm a little bit on the more affordable side, so definitely Walmart. Walmart is like my best friend at the time. So yeah, I love this moisturizer, and I'm just gonna be applying it to my face. And yes, make sure to get your neck. I don't know if you washed your neck before doing this step, but make sure to wash your neck and your face whenever you wash your face. This is just going to keep your skin looking youthful, rejuvenated, and your appearance looking young for as long as you want. Hopefully that's a long time. So now this step, leave it on for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Alright you guys, so now after 3 to 5 minutes of having this moisturizer on, now I'm taking my airspun powder, and I'm just going to lightly powder my face. And what that is doing is locking in the moisture of your moisturizer and gonna make sure that your face stays moisturized. So now, moving on to the next step, we're going to be setting our face with a setting spray that you have. I have the Morphe setting spray. Y'all can use any setting spray that y'all want. This is just my go-to. So next, just going to be taking the primer that you like. I honestly like this primer. Don't really like the brand anymore just because of things that I've heard. But yeah, it's the Too Faced primer, you guys. Y'all can use any other primer that y'all have. Like I said, this is probably not a primer I'm going to be buying again. This is just what I have left of the primer and my favorite primer so far. So I'm going to be looking. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments. I would love to try out a new primer and a new brand that's not going to screw over people. If y'all know what I mean. Oh, was that tea?
Yeah, you're Too Faced gonna come after you.
You can kiss my ass. So now I'm just gonna let that primer get a little bit tacky for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll move on. I also want to mention that this hack has helped me so much because when I say like my nose was breaking up and like the makeup was looking horrible, like it was just the worst. It would break up a lot, like really, really badly, and it was like during my makeup, literally in the process of doing it, like it was just like not sitting well on my nose, and this has helped me so much. Like y'all have no idea, and I feel like y'all are gonna love it so much. I used to be the one to like, I used to be obsessed with people that like contour their nose for like the gods. Like I was here for that skinny legend nose. Like I was all here for it. But when I tried to do it on myself, it just didn't work out because like I said, if foundation can't even sit on my nose, can you imagine how powder like no. So now just gonna be taking my favorite foundation. I'm taking the Lancome foundation. You can use whatever foundation you want. It's all up to preference. This has been my go-to foundation for the longest just because it makes your skin look so flawless. Makes your skin look like skin, and it's just so gorgeous. I feel like this is just like one of those products that looks good on everybody. So if you haven't, go try this. Like y'all are gonna be obsessed. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments. So now I'm just going to be taking my blender and just going to be applying. And I'll do one side of my face so y'all can see the coverage and just how well this works. Like I want y'all to see that coverage on my nose. Like can we just talk about like, wow. And making sure whenever you're using your foundation, a blender, making sure to use dabbing motions. Do not slide it, do not slip it, do not drag it. Like that's just removing the product. And honestly, most of the product ends up staying in your blender. So you end up wasting money on product and also just wasting product in general because it doesn't even end up on your face. So already loving that coverage. Like I didn't even use that much. I probably used like in total 2 pumps, maybe 3 for my whole face. And yeah, to be honest, it was probably less than 3 just because it is a full coverage foundation. Like it's full coverage. So now just gonna be taking my favorite concealer. It's the Jeffree Star concealer, and just gonna be using that right under my eyes just to highlight under my eye. Y'all can use a shade closer to your skin tone. I just like to use a lighter shade just because I really like for it to light my under eye up. And this coverage is so good. So usually I like to work on one eye at a time, but for the sake of this video, I accidentally went ahead and did both. Just, I don't know what I was thinking. I usually do one. So working on one eye at a time, I'm gonna blend out this eye. First working on blending it out, making sure to light up basically all this area here. So that way it lifts my face, gives the illusion of a lifted eye. And then I take it and I go right under my eye. I also do this so that way it doesn't leave too much product under my eye because that's what causes creases. I'm not a big fan of when my eyes crease, my under eyes especially. So yeah. And I went ahead and took whatever I had left from this eye and I just dragged it on my nose and I brought it up to my forehead, basically everywhere you would normally highlight. I don't like to use too much product when it comes to those places just because there's really no need to sit there and apply like this much like here in this area and like, you know, I mean if you want to, once again, it's all up to preference. It's all up to you at that point. But not my go-to. So now I'm just gonna be taking like a fluffy brush and then just gonna be taking my Kat Von D powder and I'm just gonna use this. And this powder is so light on the face. It's such a really fine powder. And this is a type of powder that I would suggest for you to like set your under eye with just because it is more on the finer side and it's gonna keep it from creasing and from looking really, really powdery under here. You don't want that. And setting all under my eye area like so, and then doing the same to the other side, and I'll be right back. And then I just use that same fine powder and I just use it lightly and use it basically wherever I get oily, so down my T-zone here. And by the way, I'm using patting motions. I'm not swiping because it is not set. If you do that, it might make your makeup move around, and you really don't want that, especially when you're trying to get like a flawless base. So yeah, just keep that in mind and just pat all those oily areas that you get on your face. I usually get it on my nose. I like to set here on my smile lines just so these don't crease because they can. So now I'm going to be taking my Hoola bronzer and just going to be bronzing. I like to use this to contour more just because it does get a little bit more on the darker side, but I'm not mad about it. Like, I honestly love it. Wouldn't suggest it for a bronzer, but I mean if it works for you, it works for you. It just doesn't work for me. So just gonna be using that, and then I like to use a brush. Like for me, I have like this line right here that I can usually tell. By the way, you guys, I also want to mention contouring and bronzing are two different things. When you contour, you're defining all those sharp edges on your face so that way they're really, really defined and you look really sculptured and defined. And then bronzing is just kind of adding some warmth to your face, so usually adding it to where you get the warmth in your face, so here and like here, and that's usually more of like a bronzier shade, so more of like a brown orange. And I feel like contouring is more of like neutral shades, more darker neutral shades, so that way you get those sculpted face features that you like. Sorry, I'm like getting tongue twisted, but y'all get the point. So yeah, I'm just gonna be taking this, and the way that I like to use, I have like this line. Y'all can use a brush. If you just put it to the upper part of your ear and bring it down, you basically want to use this as a line, as a guide, and contour all this. Keeping it away from here because this, you want it to be brought out, but this is where you want it to be carved in. So here, let me give y'all some. Let me just show y'all. So here I'm just taking it and I'm lightly just. So first I'm just gonna lightly pack it on, and then I'll go in and blend it just because my face isn't set, so I don't wanna move it around and then my makeup come off. So basically packing it on here in this area, and y'all can already see such a big difference because this is obviously contoured, this is not. Y'all get the point. So it's just gonna be brushing that out now and just making sure that it's all blended and looking nice. I feel like packing motions is gonna be your best friend when it comes to makeup because it's literally just the best method to apply it. For me, in my case, like I feel like it works the best, and yeah, keeps your makeup looking really smooth and you're able to blend it out more if you want to. So yeah, there's that. So I went ahead and chiseled my face a lot so that way y'all are able to see the difference. I normally like to chisel my face anyways, so this is not like out of the ordinary for me. So now just taking that under my jawline. I love to use this under my jawline because it really just scopes out the jawline that I want, not the jawline that I have. I mean, I guess I kind of have it, but I don't. You know what I mean? Anyways, so just gonna be using that and doing the same, just packing it on and then blending it out. And then just gonna be using it on my forehead. If you have a small forehead, I really wouldn't suggest you to go too harsh on your forehead. But mine's kind of average, so I kind of like to go dark on this outer portion of my forehead and then slowly bring it in lightly. That is the best way for you to get the most natural effect, because if you just made it harsh everywhere, it just probably wouldn't work out. So yeah, just like so. So this is my face contoured on this side, sculpted. So now for the contouring our nose part, I'm taking that same bronzer and I'm just gonna be lightly applying it to the top of my nose, making it appear smaller. If you have a big nose, obviously you want to take that contour on top of your nose and make the illusion of a smaller nose. But if you have a small nose already, you could just take it on the sides a little bit, not too much, just because it would just make it look really, really skinny at that point. But it's all up to you. I like to use this method of taking it on top and blending it into my eyebrow first and then bringing it down. So starting off with the top of my nose and then I'll work my way down. So now just taking an even more sharp brush and just gonna be using that lightly just to make myself like a little button nose. So now just taking the Milani foundation powder. I honestly love this for a foundation, an everyday foundation. If you haven't tried it, make sure to try it. I have combo to oily skin, so, or like normal to oily skin. So yeah, I have a little bit of both in the T-zone. But yeah, basically I love this foundation, so if you haven't tried it, make sure to go try it. Let me know how it works for you in the comments. I would love to know. But basically taking that on a foundation powder brush and just gonna be pressing that onto my nose contour, so those lines are a little bit less harsh and more natural looking. I feel like this also sets it down and it makes your nose look really pretty. Okay, so now moving on to blush. I love to use the NYX in Daydream. I honestly love this blush so much because it kind of gives you like more pink orange finish, and I feel like that looks flattering on me. I don't know, I love it. It brings like life back into me. So just gonna be using that here, and y'all guessed it, I'm dabbing it. So just gonna be dabbing that on, and so this is blush and this is without blush. Obviously, I feel like it just brought some life back into me, and then just gonna be doing the same to the other side. Okay, so now just taking the air spun powder and just gonna be using this sponge to bake with. Just to get this really sharp and get this baking. This is the only place that I like to bake. I don't bake under my eye anymore. I used to be obsessed with that, but I realized that it made me crease under my eye so much more than using fine translucent powder. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, I love baking underneath my cheekbone just because it really defines my cheekbones, and I love that. Now for the last part, I'm going to be taking the Brain Freeze palette and I'm going to be using the shade Copy, and I'm just going to be applying that to my face. And I honestly love this highlight. Dabbing it on just because if your face isn't all the way set, it might smear it, but by now you pretty much should have everything set, even if it is lightly. And then just gonna be using that and dragging it up. Make sure to take your time adding some, blending it out, adding some, blending it out, especially if you want that intense highlight without having it look so powdery on your face. I used to hate that look so much, so that's just a preference. What if I showed you I could change? I really hope you. I like to use it right above my eyebrow just so that it lifts my eyebrow, and I just find that it looks so cute. And then with my finger, gonna be taking that same shade, applying it to my nose very lightly. Now just to finish up the look, I'm just gonna be brushing off this powder, this baking powder, and as y'all can see, I have a really really nice, clean, and crisp contour line. I feel like this looks so pretty, and I feel like it just lifts the face, and it's definitely a look. Setting spray, of course. Lock everything into place so that way your makeup stays on all night, all day. Alright Foxies, so this is the finished look. I hope that all my little tips and tricks helped y'all. I have learned these over the years of me doing makeup. Literally learned them all through YouTube, which is why in the first place my passion started for me wanting to do YouTube and stuff like that. So we're here. Yeah, we made it. So yeah, you guys, basically thank y'all so much. I'm so grateful that y'all watch my videos. Like I said, I really hope that all these little tricks that I said and used in this video really do help you out with your future makeup skills. And if y'all want to learn more, let me know down in the comments and I'd love to get back to you on them. So yeah, if you tried any of my tricks, make sure to tag me, DM me a picture. I would love to see it reposted on my Instagram. And until next time, I'll see y'all next time. Bye Foxies.